Immediate boss, we have baby Thomas Lapa Odong. Hey, Dr. Thomas, where are you? You're always active on WhatsApp. Where are you? We must be online. We are missing your interaction. We have baby Hilda Makune. The lady in yellow. Thank you for gracing the occasion. We have baby Jofrina Johaire from the same office. The lady in red. I hope you're not noob. We have baby Emmanuel Mutebi. Yes. Then we have baby Ejait Jacqueline. Last but not least, we have baby Elvis Senchanzi. Ladies and gentlemen, this is time to make. Let's not think about those scripts we've not marked, the marks that are not submitted. Let's throw everything behind. The DJ gave us a very good song on Chigale. Not so. Hanifa, where are you? I can see Jaka is doing a good job. Members, let's celebrate. Life is short. This is the time to celebrate. Dr. Lukon, please. I've been far away. When there's no one to go, you made it from my heart. Oh my God, I'm getting this finger. Such a goodness, Dr. Manuel, very excited. Yes, it's time to make. Let's enjoy today. Are you shy? Announce the presence of our Dean once again. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you so much. I would request that the babies should be very lively. If there's music and you feel like dancing, please don't fear. I don't think the dean is going to look at you as someone who has not submitted marks and yet you're dancing.
I've been attending the various birthday parties from January now in December. I find this one a boom, and therefore I have decided that my birthday will be in December. The end of announcement is that those who wish to change with me, please send me a WhatsApp message and then
Thank you very much. I see Professor Gaya smiling. Professor Gaya, do you also want to change your birthday? Yes, Prof. Do you want to change your birthday to December? What do you have to say?
I want to stand out of the crowd. 21st September 1976. Reminds me, see, every time I celebrate people's day, it reminds me that I'm also growing old, which I fear. I want to be like Oprah. But one day, Abuyeza was saying that time, Professor Bashash, I don't know whether he's here, that every time then his birthday, they celebrate his birthday, he thinks it's nearing to the grave. But it's a good thing. I like like attending people's birthdays, so but I always fear people celebrating my birthday. It reminds me that every year I'm growing up, yet I want to be like Oprah.
Yes, now Professor Gay approaches this with a lot of fear of death. Ladies and gentlemen, there are two things that must happen in life. If you're born, one day you must what? Die. But the message is, how do you prepare yourself to meet your Creator?
I've been attending the various birthday parties from January now in December. I find this one a boom. And therefore I have decided that my birthday will be in December. And the end of announcement is that those who wish to change with me, please send me a WhatsApp message and then
And receive the principal, the deputy principal, and the dean. Please rise up and welcome our management team to this occasion. Professor Nabanoga, we are happy that you come to grace this occasion. Professor Yazidi, we are happy you're here. And today, because you are left on the last list of September babies, and therefore we recognize you. Today, because you are left on the last list of September babies, and therefore we recognize you. Kindly move in front and join the celebration of other 30 babies today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prof. Let me now hand over to
for us in the party, in the Revolutionary Party, we work ourselves out of the job. We identified the talent that is doing much better than voting. Otherwise, good afternoon, everybody. It is indeed delighting to be here. There are two reasons why we have the boom. One is scientific, the other one is social. Scientifically,
our famous Dr. Olu. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to follow the program. Our first program on the agenda is, the program is arrival of guests, and the guests are already here. Next on the program, we have opening prayer, and I would request.
Father, I want to thank you so much for the gift of life. I want to thank you for the gift of family. We thank you that we are here today and we are alive, we are healthy, oh God. Father, I want to dedicate this time into your hands. We pray that, Lord, as we celebrate, will help us to reflect on the journey this far. We are alive today because we have a purpose for each one of us, Lord. We pray that, Lord, each one of us will fulfill the God-given purpose. And Lord, also we want to remember the colleagues that are not here today because they are unwell. We remember Dr. Batongole, who just underwent an operation. We pray for healing, oh God. And those who have health issues, we pray that you will heal them, oh God. Father, I want to thank you for our university, Makerere University, for the management. I want to thank you for KAYES. I want to thank you for SAS. Thank you, Lord, they were born for a purpose. We dedicate them into your hands, that Lord, you bless them. With long life, oh God, you bless them. Bless their families, oh God. We give you praise, we give you honor. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Formally, I think we need to start. The Principal, College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Professor Goreti Nabanoga, the Deputy Principal, Professor Zaidi, and the Dean, JB, the heads of departments, distinguished professors, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a special day. The 20th of November is special in that we celebrate the December babies, but also it's end of year party. Looking at the challenges we've gone through and how much we've achieved, I think it's worth celebrating. So today, Department also lost a husband, so we are requesting that you stand up just for 2 seconds. Department also lost her husband, so we are requesting that you stand up just for 2 seconds. It's today, and we want to celebrate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, next on the agenda is welcome remarks from our heads of department. It's today, and we want to celebrate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, next on the agenda is welcome remarks from our heads of department. It's now my honor to invite.
Thank you. I'm not sufficiently drunk to dance here. Yeah, thank you very much. I didn't know that we were on the program to speak, but I will say some things anyway. Yeah, I think in terms of birthday celebrations, I think over my entire life I've celebrated less than 4 birthdays. This is the second one from the college, so elsewhere it's only 2 birthdays. So you can see this day is kind of strange and nice for me because I'm not used to celebrating birthdays. My birthday is very strange. I was born on 26th December, so it's after Christmas. So you can see what that means. Every time I forget my birthday because sometimes I have hangover. So they call me happy birthday. So, oh yeah, today is my birthday because of the long day in Christmas. So for me, birthdays I don't celebrate. The birthday is a special occasion. So I do cheerful and very happy to do this. So we are very grateful for this. These are the moments that bring people together. It's always not about marks because they talked a lot about marks. Because right now I know I'm in trouble with the deputy principal over marks. But that we're not going to talk about it right now because for us we're celebrating. So it's a great thing to bring people together like this so that we can interact outside work. And this is very beautiful. So I want to thank you, the team, for this, and the principal for supporting this wholeheartedly. We are very happy you are bringing that spirit of togetherness in the college and the school. So thank you very much. Cheerful and very happy to do this. So we are very grateful for this. These are the moments that bring people together. It's always not about marks because they talked a lot about marks. Because right now I know I'm in trouble with the deputy principal over marks. But that we're not going to talk about it right now because for us we're celebrating. So it's a great thing to bring people together like this so that we can interact outside work. And this is very beautiful. So I want to thank you, the team, for this, and the principal for supporting this wholeheartedly. We are very happy you are bringing that spirit of togetherness in the college and the school. So thank you very much. We and the department are very happy about this. We support you in this. So I'm still new in this job, but I think I'll make a better speech next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. BBO, for that brief speech. Now, let me invite this head of department whose constituency is the size of a school. That is none other than Dr. Mildred Ochoyo. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think I would probably also like to thank our Dean. I know we continue to celebrate every month and sometimes we take it for granted. We keep looking forward and saying, when are we going to be celebrated? But we don't know where it comes from, but somehow we are celebrated. But of course, we also want to own him because he's from the Department of Culture Production. And I will acknowledge that of the 31, I think babies we are celebrating today, about a third of those are grown up. So we're doing very well. About marks. But we have been locked up in our offices trying to achieve. If I know we have done well. I know some things we'll discuss next year, but we're doing very well. So thank you so much, members, for putting in the effort. Thank you so much for standing together. Thank you so much for being there for your fellow members socially and in other aspects. I think as we are winding down this year and looking forward to another year, with new members coming in, some have gone out, but we look forward with optimism, seeing that we achieve even much more than we have done this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Head of Department DAP, but I also want to recognize the presence of our former principal who has just sneaked in, Professor Bash. Prof, you're most welcome. Thank you for gracing the occasion. And at this moment in time, let me invite the convener of this occasion. Please put your hands together and welcome our Dean. With the dance, please. Dean, we want your strokes. Yes, 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 yes. Show us your strokes. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Director of Ceremonies, and thank you, Dr. Olpot, for a peaceful handover. So, protocol, our principal, who is also our guest of honor today, our deputy principal, professors and all academic members present, all members of the School of Cultural Sciences, and our visitors, good evening. This English is very confusing. I don't know where evening and afternoon start and end. I don't know whether I'm alone or we are many. We are many. So, my tasks are very few and limited. This is time to celebrate. So, Madam Director of Ceremonies, as you said, I'm not going to ask anything about maths. Even when you have an issue with maths, don't come to me now. And they have invested in a lot of time and effort and thinking and love to be here with us. Thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate it. Ladies of November and December. Congratulations and happy birthday. This is time that we have to make celebrations, make a recollection of what we have gone through the whole year, and make a reflection of what we can do next year. So it's not time to come and begin seeing our mistakes, but we should consider what have been our successes. And in that way, I want to recognize members who have joined us in the School of Cultural Sciences. We have Dr. Deogracias Surima, Madam We have Madam Masina Mara, I don't know that she's here with us. Then we have Mr. Tumusime Alex, I don't know whether he's here. Mr. Tumusime Alex. And even myself, I have not seen him. I wish I could see him today. And then we have Bobia Ivan. Is Bobia Ivan around? These are people who need to be inducted into the community, but we need to know these are new members that have joined the School of Agricultural Sciences at different ranks. We are now marking our celebrations for the year 2023. Let us congratulate and celebrate those who achieved various promotions in this year. I know we had a number harvest around June. Let's congratulate and clap for those who are promoted. And also those who are confirmed in university service. It's not a guarantee that we have to do all this every time. I don't want to take a lot of time because Madam Principal has already assured me that she has another engagement, official, of course, as we know. But it's time, I want us to celebrate the harmonious living that we have had in the school. It's not every school that we gather here together to celebrate and talk freely at the, I don't know whether I've lost my physics, at low wavelengths, where you don't have to be that high and suffer, looking for connections to reach the dean, or looking for connections to reach the principal, and looking for connections to reach the deputy principal. These are issues that I have seen changing. I've seen people walking straight to the principal's office. My policy is an open door. If you ever reach the dean's office and find it closed, you know he's on Zoom teaching. Otherwise, I prefer open approach, the door policy. We have had a lot of achievements this year, and I want to give you a brief report that this year we concluded our curriculum. That is something that we need to celebrate. We concluded our curriculum. This has been a very difficult task, but we successfully completed all the programs, undergraduate and graduate programs. And as we talk now, they are now under National Council for Higher Education for accreditation. This year, we have realized improvement in timely submission of marks. I know Madam Principal and Deputy Principal, you say we have some challenges, but those are residues. the big task is celebrated because even for the first time, Rio is the only one who makes noise in the Senate. I'm sorry for accusing him like that. But he said, in Kaye's oral marks on Ryan, and we are grateful for that. You may recognize that we have had an improvement in the building. So we want some people who do that docket of cleaning, keeping our building clean. We don't know how much task they go through, and we want to thank you and celebrate you today. Thank you very much. Madam Principal, allow me that the rest of my speech, you want to take the advantage when you are still with us. The rest of my speech, I offer it in terms of certificates. Allow me to recognize coordinators that we are having fulfilled attachments. Beginning with Dr. Gabriel Karubanga.
He wants to learn some of big things.
Look around, maybe we'll give them the secret.
Again with a new song of praise, God is good, oh, congratulations, congratulations.
My dean, thank you for organizing this effort. I didn't know that actually I had that number. He's asking me how I did it. I also don't know how I did it, but I'm happy it has happened. But the biggest strategy one has to do is to keep waking up the students. Our students' character has changed. It is the supervisor now to look for them. Otherwise, you never get them. So I harass them in the corridors, on the streets when I meet them, and somehow it has worked. But again, I've also been having good students. There is one part of supervising and supervising a non-starter. But like enough, I think I've been having good students. Thank you very much.
Moments of sadness will always bring themselves. Yes. So this is the time that we should be happy, enjoy ourselves, merry, enjoy. I'm not talking about Max. As I conclude, allow me to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And again, thank our principal for accepting to be a guest of honor today and always giving us guidance and directions to run the school. We are glad to serve under you, Madam Principal. And always not forgetting the Deputy Principal, who is sometimes a contemporary, so sometimes I forget at which reference we are talking, but I certainly recognize her, my Deputy Principal, for the guidance that they give to us. And I welcome my sister Dean, Julia Chigozi. She's the Dean of the School of Food, Technology and Education and Bioengineering. You are welcome. Thank you very much. Let's enjoy the day.
So many certificates today, because we know what it means to manage the graduate programs. Now, for those who have not received certificates like us, we need to step up our game so that next time we also show them our strokes. Not so? Yes, thank you for celebrating with those who have worked so hard. We celebrate you today and we are happy for you. I think the Deputy Principal to make a few remarks.
See you this evening. I was quite amazed to see some extra talent that I have not recognized before. I looked at George. Where has he gone? George from accounts. Oh, he has disappeared. And I was looking at the dances and they were really amazing. I looked at Professor Mugisha here praying as a geographer, image interpretation, but also is very important. He was bending like I don't know how many degrees. And I said, the last time I saw Professor Mpayure, where is he? He was also praying like never before. I'm saying this just to start the preamble. My remarks are meant to be very brief, but to start by appreciating what the Dean, SAS, has done for us today, for bringing us together here, not only today, but throughout the year. I have already mentioned before that you are challenging us, not me and the principal, but the other people whom you know that are very, very important in the college. Colleagues, there was an earlier protocol already set, which I thought I would stand on, but then I noticed that there are other people who came in later. I think it's always better to go vertically up. So, Dean, School of Food, Technology, Nutrition, and Biosciences, Smiling, why don't you come here and at least greet the people? Please, come here, and if she's coming, the Dean Specs will also know that I'm going to call him, and he knows we don't have time. So if they can come in prayer, we save time, and then we can go to the other things.
My colleagues, protocol observed, principal, DP, my fellow colleagues, this is really amazing. I walked in here and I'm thinking, Dean, what are you doing to us? So already from just seeing you all here and just looking around, like the geographer said, looking at the scenery, we have a lot to learn, a lot of lessons taken, and we are going to also work towards this. All for coming to the end of the semester. I know there's always a lot of hard work. Another lesson learned, I like that you are getting all these certificates, you've been recognized, well done to all of you. And to just simply say, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Principal, Deputy Principal, Dean Sass. Thank you for inviting us, my fellow Dean Food. It's quite joyful to be here with you as you celebrate the end of the year. Quite a lot goes on throughout the year, a lot of work, sometimes a lot of stress, sometimes also some happiness. So it's quite thrilling to see very beautiful and handsome faces that are happy today. And I want to thank the Dean Sass for remembering your constituency and giving them this happy hour or happy hours. Of course, you have challenged us. We are not doing the same in the school this year, but we hope to learn from you. After all, you are our senior, so it would not have been very good to do it before you do it. So you have done what you were supposed to do to show us the way, and we promise you that we will follow it. Also to reward people who have performed and motivated. I saw a good number of people getting many certificates, but also for those who have not got, don't worry, you are like me, you have seen that I have also not got. So next time, work harder and make sure you are the one who gets the most certificates. I also thought that I knew very many people in SAS, but I find out that I don't know many of them. I've been a constituent member in this building in the Center for Climate Change. Thank you also, SAS, for having been hosting that center, and we hope you will host it much longer. Otherwise, for me, we are seeing a lot of eats and drinks. And when I was invited, they said that we are going to eat and drink, and I'm waiting for that hour. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Deans. Just 2 points of caution. What you have seen should not lead to exerting pressure on the principal. So take it at your level, the two deans. And then the other, for those of you who have listened to the headmaster talk, or headmistress for that matter, she always says, in these things, everything that goes on well or more positively, she takes the credit. Everything that doesn't go well, the others should take the blame. So, in SAS, everything that goes wrong today, you take the blame. Everything that goes on well, you associate that or you credit the principal. Those of you who are more familiar with the structure of Makerere University, you already know that the deputy principal lies in between the deans and the principal. I'm merely trying to make myself relevant in a situation when I'm not supposed to be relevant for that matter. So I will not repeat what has been said, but I'm still standing on the protocol. We do have a Vice Chancellor present with us here. You might be looking at him with another angle, Professor Chamanwa. Why don't you also... Is that enough? Vice Chancellors don't always do the posture, they at least greet.
Yeah, that is Yazid. I've known him for many years for doing that. I was very happy when I bumped in and I had introductions going on, and they were congratulating people for having been growing younger. I was very happy actually. I just opened my office and I said, yeah, that is the spirit. And really I want us to keep this spirit. Because we are here to work at the same time to enjoy and recognize ourselves. And I think that's very important. In fact, the other day I was challenging my dean that I think we better institutionalize. And I heard you say that the School of Agricultural Sciences is known for being the innovator and the leader. And I thought I'd say we should institutionalize this. And I don't know why my deputy principal is getting worried that it should not go to the principal. We are still serving, so we are not tired. So from Bunyoro University, we are working very hard to make sure that we can open up other avenues for our graduates here to get somewhere to go. And I'm also hoping that those who will think they are not young anymore to stay in Makerere, we want to welcome them to Bunyoro University at time of tea. So that's why we are spending time that we are creating another opportunity. Somebody was telling me, aren't you competing with Makerere? I said, how can I compete with Makerere? There is no way we can compete with Makerere. That cannot happen. We can only compliment and add. And the only way we are going to compliment is by absorbing the many PhDs from here to that place, because we are producing many PhDs. So for us in Bunyoro University, we are happy, and Mr. Principal, thank you for giving me an opportunity to say one more word. And to say I'm still with you, I still work. It is this university that is paying for the work that we are doing in Bunyoro University. That one I must also, otherwise what is that lady? The Human Resource Officer, if I don't recognize that, she might quickly remove my name from the payroll. So I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you very much.
Just one correction, Vice Chancellor, I am the Deputy Principal. You say Mr. Principal. We have two principals here. One is Principal Bashasha. I don't know why he opted to sit behind, but at least you can say hello, people will know you can still talk.
That's it.
You studied in the US and once the principal, always the principal.
Good evening, principal, protocol observed. I told Yazid that there can only be one principal at a time. So I think there's only one principal here. The other one is something else. But I'm happy to be here. I'm also happy to remain associated with everyone. I'm seeing very nice, happy faces. I also congratulate those who won. I won only one, but I also won. Those of you who won more than one, I think we have taken notes. We will be following up on that. Otherwise, enjoy the evening. Happy birthday to those whom we are celebrating today, and Merry Christmas. Thank you, Deputy Principal, for the chance to speak.
Thank you very much. Principal Ashasha, as much as you're saying there is one principal who has a pen, who can change the livelihoods of people here at this specific moment, but we also take you in that category. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I come back to re-emphasize the role that the Dean here has played, that aids the functionality and operations of the office of the principal. Those of you who know JB, if I may use the acronym, is a hands-on person. He has mentioned what has been done. I don't have to repeat that because I'm not so sure if I have gotten a proper location in the building. He is the landlord, but there are few things that are very, very glaring. If it is exams, you'll see him moving all over to make sure that they start in time, they are executed in time. He's always mobilizing his team and that kind of stuff. When it came to issues of revision of programs, these days there is no, you don't hear people talking about the expired programs. They have been rejuvenated, but a lot of stuff was happening even at his desk, making sure that he's working to make sure that, you know, our academic issues are not constrained by those situations. So I am very thankful, Dean, as your DP. We are very thankful as the Office of the Principal, and we are hoping that you are nurturing the next cohort of leaders who will be able to operate in the way you are operating, and to ensure that the academic business goes on well. I don't know who said it earlier, but it's very clear that if things are working very well in SAS, then the college will shine. If the curve goes the other way around, then we are going to have problems all over. It may not matter what is happening in space, it may not matter what is happening in food. If you have a crisis at the headquarters, then you are going to be in problems. I have come, of course, to learn also today. I have learned a lot in terms of structures and processes that are being implemented at the school. There are things that we can easily pick out and scale up in the other areas. I think the easiest position if you want to take it in that direction, but also the most difficult. It's not accidental that all the earlier speakers were saying, you know, we are not talking about Marx, and then they are talking about Marx, we are not talking about Marx, and then they are talking about Marx, because I think they have left that to not the principal, but to the deputy principal. But as earlier said, our presence here is a nexus of the birthday babies, and we congratulate you, but also recognize the numerous achievements that have been registered in the school, registered in the college. I do not have time to go through that. Many have been said. I will just recognize a few things. If we look at the college in a more global way, we do recognize that one of our own is now leading the ceremonies committee. Professor Jackie, maybe you can stand up and be recognized in that way. You're looking a little bit stressed, but we are happy that you are doing a decent job. Professor Mpairo was there representing us the other time, but now in yours you have been elevated. Everything that goes right, you can say, well bred by the principal. Everything that goes wrong, you own it individually. You want to say something?
Yes. Thank you so much, DP. All protocol observed. It's not my time to speak. But yes, your vote for me to be in Senate elevated me to that position. I now lead the Senate Committee for Ceremonies. And to tell you the truth, this past, maybe a month or so, we've been having meetings almost every day. Sometimes we've been leaving at 8 p.m., leaving Senate building. Actually, this morning we had the main ceremonies committee meeting. We started at 9. By around 1:30 we were still busy. But because I also had to come here, I told members, let's put everything else on hold. There are a lot of other things we'll be doing with the subcommittees of the main committee, but I had to attend this. So I'm really, really glad. Most importantly, I want to say that I think it is sacrifice for me, but also enjoyable. To tell you the truth, I like the fact that we are putting bits and pieces to making sure the 74th graduation is different from what you have been seeing before, but that members are actually committed to getting things done. And I think, what do I say? I think I'm glad that I am there doing what I should say I enjoy doing. But I also know that coming from the mighty Kayes, mighty SARS, has also elevated me to that position. So I thank you so much for sending me there, but because I know I'm doing it for not just SARS, Kayes, it's actually for the university and the country at large. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Professor Jackie. And I want to give you a little bit of the status report as far as that is concerned. As of now, we have, let me speak about graduate because that's what the Dean highlighted earlier. We have close to 120 students who will graduate. Out of those, 19 are PhDs. The number may not be very important per se, but 58%, 58% of the PhDs coming from Kayes have been produced by SARS. And that's, what did you call it? It's a bumper harvest. I want to thank you so much for producing those numbers that we have. 31%, if we are now looking at the masters, are from SARS. So on that one, Dean and colleagues, Dean SARS, your other deans are beating you on that. But if you can incentivize your members here further and say, let's beat the other schools, because as they are listening, they are also going to strategize to beat you on that PhD. So you have a challenge on sustaining and improving those numbers. We are always there to help. We are always there to work with you, and I want to take this opportunity to thank you so much. Very many of you have been examiners, you have supervised through a process, and you have been part and parcel of that process. We have a little bit of a few issues here and there. I will not develop into that. We have already set the pace that we barely have 10 days remaining in the year. Let's enjoy the 10 days. Enjoy them here, enjoy them in our homes in Kampala, enjoy them up country. I'm sure many of you are traveling up country. We pray to God that we travel safely up country, those who are going, and we come back safely. And relatively, a deputy principal is supposed to pick for the boss to do the needful. I was not given the honor of inviting my boss, but let me once again emphasize and appreciate, extend our gratitude for the good work you have done for the college. Do even more next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Principal. I'm actually enjoying the conversation, especially when you hear a lot of promises of functions. Often that is very good. But before the one and only principal speaks, I would request the DJ to give us an interlude so that you freshen us to listen from our team leader. The guest of honor, that is Professor G.N.
Thank you, Director of Ceremonies. I'm not going for instructions because I'm aware what the principal and the principal partner is up to. I want to thank everyone that is still around. I want to thank your active participation. We are celebrating the year, 365 days and not short. But there are so many other achievements we have achieved around the way. I had forgotten to recognize new heads of departments that we are also celebrating today. Dr. Bernard Oba, Head of Department of Extension Studies. So when I mention him, I can't forget to mention the head makers, Professor Nelson Triahawe. Then we also have a new member or head of department in agribusiness and socio-economics, Dr. Rosemary Isoto. The other one is not met as head because it's going on up to the 1st of December. So we still recognize Professor Gabriel. Let me use the opportunity to invite the deputy principal through the task that he has been asked to do.
In JV, we had agreed that this is a shared responsibility. I thought you were going to do it. But since you are claiming to take instructions, let me also claim to take instructions. And at this point in time, it is my singular honor to invite the CEO of the college, otherwise called the headmistress of the college, otherwise called the principal of the college, Professor Orit Navanoga, to come and speak to your people. There are a lot of expectations. Those expectations continue to grow, but you are well endowed to handle them spiritually through your talk, through your provisions, and then who am I to extend that other than give you the mic?
Thank you, my DP. It's indeed an honor today for us to be celebrating the 4 things that you have mentioned for this day. The first, of course, is to thank the Lord for the gift of life. Without life, we all wouldn't be here. Secondly, we want to celebrate the birthday babies. 2 months of celebration in one event is no mean achievement. The third, we want to celebrate the just concluded efforts we have put into the activities
of ending semester 1 through the examinations. And lastly, we want to thank God and celebrate the fact that we have all made it to the end of 2023. I'm sure none of us is going to be left behind. We shall all cross into 2024 by God's grace. I know it has been a challenging journey, and I want to ask my choir leader, none other than Dr. Olu, to lead us in that one song where we want to thank the Lord for the gift that we are still here. And this is the day, Dr. Olu. We thank the Lord.
This is the day that the Lord has made. These are the babies, these are the babies that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad with them all. These are the babies that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad with them. These are the babies, these are the babies that the Lord has made.
Join me to thank Dr. Olu and Dr. Justine for the wonderful ceremony. Thank you, colleagues, for honoring this invite this evening. As I walked in, I belong to this school and that very only department that I belong to. And I was actually challenged by the fact that I was invited to officiate in my own house. So moving forward, I am not the guest of honor, but I'm the host. So like DP said, everything that goes well, thank me. Everything that goes wrong, blame my assistant, the dean. Having said that, on a lighter note, I want to congratulate you for a job very well done in moving our college forward. Today, I ought to speak as the member of the school, but I can't forget mentioning the fact that it's the schools that make the college. And it's been mentioned that without the School of Agricultural Sciences, the college would be defunct, and that is a fact. In terms of numbers, in terms of activities, in terms of visibility, we are still wanting to make sure that all the other schools follow suit. Without this particular school, possibly our graduation numbers would be low. And today I didn't want to talk about exams, to talk about performance, to talk about, but I'm drawn into it by the fact that I am in the school that is contributing greatly to the college. I want to congratulate you for the awards. I also want to congratulate the school at the same time that you have lived our innovation intentional agenda. We committed to be different moving forward. And we have continued to co-create those processes that make us different. Tell me of one school in this university that has celebrated birthdays month in, month out, without fail at this level. Tell me. I know Kayes is unique, and it's SAS that is making us unique. Congratulations, Professor Jeffrey. Sometimes the flock is as good as its leader. And once we embrace that, then we will learn a few things which will take us to the next level. I have been dreaming of a day when I'll see the entire Kayes gather like we have gathered here, celebrating each other, supporting each other, and ensuring that we are watching back of each other. We are slowly getting there, and thanks to SAS, you're leading the way. I know the others are also following, and I believe before the end of the 2 years that I'm left with, I want to see as many of these celebrations as there would be in the college. And we want to continue committing that we are here to support you. We are here to support each other. We are here to make sure that we make Kayes our second home. I am certain that each of you spends more time at Kayes than you spend in your own homes. Because the rest of the times you spend in your homes, you are sleeping and rejuvenating to be able to come and serve this college. We don't take that for granted. And how better would it be if we make the environment of where we spend most of our time more conducive for us not only to serve better, but to live happier lives. We know that happiness is the ultimate success any individual can get in any lifetime. We all wake up, come to work, to earn money, but we ask ourselves, what is that money for? That money is simply to make us happy. And I always tell this story, and I'll be brief because I have another engagement. There's this farm fisherman who lived next to the lake. Every day he woke up, got his fishing gear, and went to the lake to be able to fish and pick something. He did that for years, every day, day in, day out. He would come out with his basket using just the ordinary traditional fishing gear. And one day, there was this white person, I didn't say man or woman, but it was a white person, who came in a boat, riding, with a huge fishing net. And he found this gentleman using the old traditional fishing gear. And he told him, why don't you get better fishing gear so that you can fish more? Because I just found you resting in the tree, looking at the waters. There's plenty of the fish in the lake. And this gentleman asked him, okay, if I got a bigger fishing gear, what would I get? The white man says, you'll get more fish. Then the other man asked, then what? Then he would say, you would get more and more fish. And then he was like, and then what? Then he's like, you'll get a lot of money. And then he asked, what would that money be for? It was too much. And then this white man says, you take time to go and relax, visit places, be at the beach, watching the people surfing. And this gentleman just told him that, but that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm under the tree, relaxing, watching the water. Anytime I want the fish, I'll pick it and eat it. And that is what I'm looking for. I am happy where I am. What am I trying to say? That happiness is relative. And everywhere sees happiness where they are. And I want us to use Kayes, the home we are in most of the time, to create our ultimate happiness. I want to celebrate each of you, especially the birthday persons. We call you babies, not for any reason. Because babies are usually innocent, babies are free, babies take in anything. they open arms to everyone that comes to them. That is what I want you to emulate as babies. Today are the babies. January there will be other babies. February, March, April, May, till the next December we'll be celebrating babies. May this year that you have added to your long life be a blessing, not only to your families, but to Kayes. Because we say that every year added comes with wisdom. May we use that wisdom to make Kayes better. I also want to thank you for the sacrifices you have gone through to make sure we come to the end, not only of the year, but also of the semester with examinations. I have been blamed for not providing the right resources to create the Kayes that we would like. We did mention that moving forward we're going to do things a little differently, looking at our strategic direction. We want to be more engaged. We want to have our learners more engaged. We want to have a learner-centered approach. We want to be into the communities. There's so many things we aspire we want to be, but those come with added resources, which at this moment we may not have, but together I know we can create the resources. And my hope and prayer from all of you, may we in the next year make sure that each of us has an avenue of bringing resources to it. Without that, yes, we can continue to dream and we will dream, but if we don't wake up to act, our dreams will not come true. It's nice to sleep and dream, but there comes a moment when we have to wake up and start action. I know each of us has tried, and I don't take that for granted. I know each of us are moving away from our comfort zones and beginning the teamwork that we all desire to take us forward. I want to thank those that have come before us, those that have laid a strong foundation on which each of us is laying a brick to make sure that Kayes becomes the college that everybody speaks about. I dream of that day when our students walk the streets of Makerere and they are able to identify that this student comes from Kayes. I dream of that day when we are in the Freedom Square presenting the highest number of graduate students, not undergraduates, but graduate students. I dream of that day when every member in Kayes has an innovation that is turning into an entrepreneurial product. I dream of that day when Kayes is no longer begging the center to give them resources to conduct their business. And the power in achieving that dream is within us. If each of us could do what we ought to do and do it to our best potential, the God-given potential, I know this dream will come true. And please help me to have that dream realized in my lifetime. I know I speak to God often. He did tell me that I will live at least 100 years and more. Let us, as we celebrate the next century, having achieved that dream. And every dream starts with a small action. Every journey starts with a single footstep. Let's start the walk now. Allow me to congratulate all of you, because you've made it to 2024. For me, without any doubt, I am already in 2024. For those who doubt, it's your business, because for me, my Lord gives me whatever I ask for. And this I have asked. And please don't doubt the Lord. You get what you ask for. So ask for the right things. I would have loved to continue and talk and continue preaching. Sometimes I feel like I'm a preacher. But every time I look to my left, I see some glaring things that are awaiting some touch. And I begin to feel that I'm standing in the middle of that event, and I don't want to be the problem. I'll conclude by extending gratitude. First and foremost, to you, all of you who have made it here today, and those who didn't make it here, for the fact that you set out time to come and celebrate each other. It's in the spirit of celebrating each other that we get the energies to move forward. Otherwise, if we were never appreciated or celebrated, there would be nobody in this space today. Thank you for creating the time, and thank you for coming to support each other. I want to thank your leaders. The leaders at different levels, heads of departments, heads of the administrative units, you've shown that light for which we continue to follow. Thank you very much. Most especially, I want to thank the Dean. Dean JP, in my language, I would say you are the Omumuli. You remember my Katikio says that all the time. I don't know whether you know what it means, but it's Omumuli. You have a neighbor who can translate. Usually when you have a very long tunnel, what you always look out for is a ray of light. The moment you see that ray of light, then you're sure you're getting where you're going. You have been that Omumuli in the college, and I pray that my deans, Dean Ford, as I call you, kindly let's emulate this and make sure the light becomes even brighter. Thank you for living the mantra that we signed. We didn't sign it for jokes. We signed it to make sure that we make a difference. And I can see you're on the right path. Thank you very much. I want to thank the heads of department, Dr. Mildred, Dr. Elepu is not here, now Dr. Van, the outgoing doctor, my favorite Tulia, we are about to Kulia. Thank you for supporting Dean JB into this entire journey. It's only the beginning. It's actually a race. The mantle, you pick it, run, give it to your neighbor, and they do what? They continue. There's no finishing line at this moment. Thank you for supporting him. Most importantly, I want to thank the team that supports us in everything we do. I hate calling you support staff because you're the core for if the environment was not clean, for if you didn't take care of our basic needs, we wouldn't perform the way we are performing. Thank you very much, I appreciate you. Most importantly, and I wanted to end on this, in our community, there are those people who bring happiness. You just meet them in the corridors, they're all smiles. How I wish each of us could walk with a smile all through, so that, you know, smiles are contagious, isn't it? Every time you find somebody smiling, you just end up smiling. You don't know why they're smiling, but you just end up smiling. So walk with smiles so that your smiles become contagious. I want to single out Dr. Justin Nambi. You have brought life, yes, and we don't take this for granted. Thank you for all the efforts you put in. My office has not provided those many resources, and I know most of you dip into your pockets to make sure that these events happen. Dr. Justin, thank you, and your team. I don't know the other team members, but as the Omumuli for that function, you're doing a great job. You make us proud and keep it up. I also want to welcome my long-time friend and now my boss, AR, Professor Wiza. Thank you very much for coming. I know you're still a member of the school, and thank you for not forgetting that you're still part of us. Despite the busy schedules, you're here. Thank you for coming. Colleagues, I know the food is cooling. I prepared the food. I know I prepared a sumptuous meal, and I want you to enjoy every minute of that meal. As you eat, partake of this feast, think about Professor JB, who was in the kitchen preparing the detail of what you're about to partake, and thank the Lord for having given us a leader like JB. Thank you very much. Lastly, I want to thank my DP. My DP, you know, when you have a DP who you command and they act, you have to be blessed. DP, I honor you. Thank you very much. And finally, I want to thank my predecessor. It's not often that you see a principal emeritus going back to the unit, performing their duties under the leadership of the once their deputy. I want to promise that when Professor Yazidi becomes the principal, I'll serve diligently. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. May Christmas be a blessing with a newborn child. Let the rejuvenation of life through the birth of Christ continue to inspire us, and let the new year come with lots of blessings to make us better individuals in the face of the Lord. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I recognize the presence of our chief baby. Our chief baby is baby Professor Buyiza Mukadas. Thank you so much for gracing the occasion. I think it's now time to...
You people. Yeah, God is good. Every time. Thank you very much, my sister, the principal, the principal, senior leadership of the college, my colleagues, faculty and staff. It's always a pleasure to come to a gathering where you really, you look at everybody and you feel you're at home. It is heartwarming. It gives me, personally, I feel happy. Frankly speaking, just like the principal has informed you, we are supposed to be in Michigo. As I was leaving, I checked my phone and I saw, my dean had summoned me here. I've just checked actually as I was leaving, I checked, then I saw your post, and I knew that this event was on, so I said, no, let me pass by. I made friends, say hello, and go home happy. So colleagues of mine, thank you very much for keeping this tradition of celebrating birthdays. I have got a twin sister, it's my brother. Otherwise, really, some of us, Jacob, I don't know whether Jacob will celebrate. You hear?
I know my people, we know each other. Nonetheless, colleagues of mine, I'm happy. It is humbling to come back home. It has been a while since really I attended events both in the college and even in the school. But at least I have opportunity to interact with each one of you in different capacities. My seniors, thank you for really sustaining interest in business of the college. And today we had a very successful convocation annual general meeting. This time I didn't see many of you there. Maybe you feared. You feared it would be bloody as last time. It was so nice, it was very successful. Okay, and we had Honorable Mao there. He gave really a stellar presentation, encouraging us to really celebrate our alumni. I take that one home, and even colleagues here, I think let's find a way, even as a college, let's celebrate our graduates. Okay, principal, you can open a database where we keep information about our alumni, and once in a while have an open day. You know, when you call it a meeting, people think you have another agenda, but call it an open day. People come and spend a day within here, chatting, networking, socializing, and that's how we shall keep really the cohesion, the bond between ourselves. Thank you very much, and yeah, celebrate with us our day. And many other colleagues, I saw the list was long. Yeah, sure. Let's celebrate. Thank you. Bless you.
Many people were scared of being called babies, and some of them were so surprised that we are referring to them as babies, but this is the mood, and that is what we agreed to emulate in KS. Our next activity is cutting of the cake. I would request, I'm going to read out the names of the babies once more. The November babies will go on the other side. Baby, just dance, show us the strokes, please. They've told us to celebrate. Let's celebrate him. Baby Alifa, show him. Show him. That is the spirit. Oh. Baby Tom, please join. Don't kill the spirit. Please, yes. Geoffrey Masuja, Wilson, Chisemo. The smartest baby today. Wow. Spears. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. So I want to hand over to Madame Justine to officiate the next event.
Yeah, so before we cut cake, we are first going to sing for our babies. Professor Gea, please join the November babies. Please move close. Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear babies. Happy birthday to you. You look like angels. You look like angels. You look like angels. Happy birthday to you. Many more birthdays to you. Many more birthdays to you. Many more birthdays, dear baby. Birthdays to you. Yeah, so because these people were born in November, they start each new year in December. So we are also going to take them through that ride of 12 months. Before we cut the cake, okay? We'll cut when we get to November. Okay, you hold the knives. You can. Baby. May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Happy birthday, dear babies. Happy birthday to you. You look like angels. You look like angels. You look like angels. Happy birthday to you. Many more birthdays to you. Many more birthdays to you. Many more birthdays, dear babies. Many more birthdays to you. Okay, so we are also going to take them through that journey of 12 months. And of course, for them, we'll start counting from January. Okay, babies, hold the knives. January, June, July, August.